Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is well. Welcome to week 11, I think, of our Pilates. See, Groundhog Day is very continuous and getting very confused by what week it is now. But anyway, another Pilates for you this week. You'll be happy to know this one's going to be lying down on the back pretty much the whole session. We've done a lot of standing and we've done quite a lot of dynamic work, so we're going to focus a bit more on taking it a bit more down into some classic Pilates and some deep stretching. Still want you to work hard, enjoy it, breathe most importantly, and just stop or take it easy if you have any injuries or anything like that that you need to be aware of, because I'm not there to monitor you or adapt you, so just take it in your own time. So we're going to come and start lying down on your backs. I'm not in the child's room today, so that's better. Hopefully the lighting will be okay. It's quite bright out there. So you're going to come lie down on your backs and find a comfortable place for you. So we're just allowing, I'm going to stay with my legs bent. You might want to just drop your legs flat down to the ground, your choice. I prefer bent knees because it's nicer on my back. Drop your head, relax your arms, and slide your shoulder blades very softly underneath your body, and then just breathe, let everything drop to the ground, let your rib cage drop, let your fingers relax, and I just want you to turn your head side to side, breathing out as you turn one way, inhaling through to center, and exhale the other side. So we're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Now today, we're going to start by just waking everything up together. So just working lots of muscle groups together, lots of compound exercises. And it just is a nice way to get your synovial fluid running through the body, through all the joints, especially if you're doing this in the mornings and we're a bit stiff and we need to just wake everything up. Bring your head back to center. Arms press down into the floor. Spread your toes, and then we're just going to float the hips up. We're going to roll the hips, press up into a bridge. Feel the weight distribution on both sides of your body. I want you to just feel your weight pressing down into all four corners of your feet, using your arms just to support, and then press through the thighs to lift the hips, tilt your tailbone under, so just tuck under a little bit more in that pelvis. Inhale, lower the hips halfway. Exhale, press up. So we're just going to do some pelvic lifts, pressing up and down through the bridge. There's never a right or wrong with heights. You just go through your own level. Just keeping your spine in neutral through the upper back. And then inhaling, floating down, exhaling, pressing up. So if you've got a bad lower back, you just don't want to go too high. Don't strain the muscles when you're warming up. Then you might want to float your buttocks down so they almost touch the floor like mine, and then press back up. Just do another 6 more. Making sure your dominant side hasn't taken over, so my right side's stronger, so I can feel my right thigh working a bit harder. So now I'm going to concentrate on my left side and my left butt, cheek. And then when you've done your last one, just hold at the top for breath in, exhale, roll it out. Hit the floor, settle your spine down, stay in a neutral spine. We're going to inhale, lift your chin, your shoulders, lift your arms into a press forward. Inhale, drop halfway or touch the ground with the back of the head. Exhale, roll up, squeeze. So we're just gently, imagine you're just gently dropping your rib cage down towards the hips, squeezing everything together and lowering back down. So we're just warming up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 5 more. Spread those toes, keep that grounding through the feet. Squeeze up a little bit more for your last couple of repetitions. Reaching. Last one. Reach up, take a little pause at the top as you breathe in, and then exhale, drop your head and your arms back down to the floor. Ground down for those feet, lift back up into that bridge. So this time, we inhale, lower the hips, exhale, lift the hips to the tips of the toes. Drop the heels, drop the hips, lift the hips, lift the heels. Drop the heels, drop the hips, lift the hips, and so on. Now, if you feel like you need to tuck your feet under very slightly, do so, but don't pull them underneath the knee caps. okay? You still want to keep that alignment, ankle sitting underneath the knee. So you just get a little bit more elevation onto those toes, drop the heels, drop the hips. So lift the hips, squeeze up, drop the heels, then lower the hips. So don't drop your bottom down towards the ground until the heels land, and then you drop. Breath in, close the knees a little bit more. Don't let the knees protrude outwards. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Lower the heels and drop your bottom down to the ground. Pause for a breath. We inhale, lift the chin towards the chest, lift the arms, crunch. Take a breath in as we lower down, raise the legs to tabletop. Extend the legs forward to a gentle 45-degree angle or slightly higher towards the ceiling. Inhale, bend the knees, lower the feet to the floor. Lift the chin, lift the shoulders and squeeze. As you drop back down, raise the legs to tabletop, extend the legs forward, pointed toe, bend the knees in, lower your feet. Lift up, squeeze, lower down, knees up, extend, bend, and drop. So just keep that same rhythm going. Squeeze, lower, tabletop, extend, bend, and drop. So if you feel just literally lifting your legs up together is too much, lift one, lift the other, then extend higher to the sky, bend the knees, drop the feet, or do one by one, okay? 3 more of these. See if you can start to get your legs a little bit lower, so warming up deeper into your lower abs. Be very wary of that lower back. Don't rush it. Last one. Just extend those legs and pause. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees and lower the feet down to the floor. Pause for a breath. So your body's starting to warm up. Let's work into the obliques. So we're sliding our arms wide, palms up. Lift the legs to tabletop. We're going to breath in, rock over. As we exhale, turn your eye gaze the opposite way. Pause halfway. And then inhale, float the legs back through to center. Exhale, float them over the other way. And take your eye gaze the opposite direction. Pause as we inhale, center. Exhale, floating them over. So we're just beginning to wake up that rotation of the spine. Waking up the obliques. Just be very wary that as you move through this, you don't allow your heels to drop down to your bottom, because you'll find that when you start to get just slightly tired, your feet will drop to take the load off your abs. So you just need to keep that right ankle position through the legs. And if it feels too much, tuck your knees in through to center. Just give yourself a little release at the back and then gently push them away as you lower yourself down. So we're going to do 4 more. In through center. Exhale, other side. Pause, squeeze through those obliques and abs. Keep the breath going. You might start to slide down your mat a little bit. That tends to happen. Don't worry, we can slide back up again. Last one each side. Last one towards me. Then come to center. Extend those legs to the sky. Now pull your toes down and push your heels up so your feet are doing that. Okay? Stretch through the backs of those legs, feeling your hamstrings waking up. Squeeze deep into your lower abs. And then we're going to inhale, lower the front leg down towards the floor. And then point the toes, raise the leg back up. And swap to the other side. Inhale, point, exhale. Keep going, alternating legs. I've got a bit too close to that sofa, so I'm moving myself back. So if you're feeling this is tough today, if you're not feeling that strength today, then happily reduce your range, take it to a bent knee, and just do alternate leg extensions, not too low. Okay, that's your alternative. Listen to your body. You can always do a little hug into the knees if you need to. Just do a quick roll, quick breathe out and carry on, okay? 4 more wherever you are. If you need to do that extra one to end on the leg furthest away from me, because we started with the front leg, which is this leg we'll be done now. And when you've done your last one, pause at the top, breathe, inhale, bend your knees. And then allow the knees to drop halfway down towards, so away from me, sorry. So your eye gaze is towards me, your legs drifting away. Pause there, take a breath in, exhale, extend the legs out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Please don't be too low towards the floor. You're halfway between the center and the ground. 4. Give me 4 more. We're doing 8, 5, 6. Squeeze those abs. Last 2. Last 1. Lengthen. Pause. And then inhale, bend the knees and drop the knees all the way over to the floor. And breathe into this front shoulder, taking your eye gaze across to the fingertips. Your back hand can sit on that thigh, encourage a little bit more stretch. You might want to pull your knees in a little bit, or perhaps that top leg can just cross further over the bottom leg. See how your back feels. And then take a long deep breath in, let the rib cage expand as you feel this side of your lungs, and then exhale, drop down into that stretch. And just continue to breathe. About 4 or 5 long, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just allowing that give through the body. And then on your next breath, releasing the hand. Lift the legs up to the sky and drop your feet to the floor. So your arms can stay in this T shape. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can take your arms and extend them behind you, so that basically makes your back do a little bit more work because you've taken away that stability from the sides of your back. So that's your choice. You can come down by your side if you really want that full stability. I'm halfway between. Pull the heels a little bit further underneath. Spread your toes. Take a breath in. Let's tilt the pelvis and press up and lift into that bridge. So nice strong bridge here. We're going to work one leg at a time. So take a breath in. You're going to raise the front knee in towards the chest. You're going to extend that leg up to the sky. You're going to bend the knee back. And you're going to lower the leg down. Subtly changing your weight from one leg to the other. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, lower the foot down. So when you're extending your leg, you can keep that toe pointed, drive that thigh closer in towards you, feel the hamstring. And you want to look at this as an exercise and a stretch. So inhaling, exhale, extend, drive that thigh close in towards you, lengthen the knee, inhale, bend, and exhale, drop down. So this is quite tough if you've got your arms behind your head. So you can change your arm position at any point. If you're feeling it's too easy with your arms down by your side, then come to my position, do a T shape. So lengthen. One more each side. Don't rush it. Fall through the breath. Last one to that back leg. Now, on this front leg, we lift the knee, we extend the leg, we pause there, and we're going to do little hip presses. Now, this is too much. Please drop that leg back down. Do hip presses with both feet on the floor. Squeeze it out, 5 more. Strong press through this thigh. Keep working it. Extend that front leg. Pull the thigh in. Last one. Lift up. Inhale. Bend the knee. Drop the foot to the ground to lift the hips. Inhale. Back knee. Then extend. When you're ready, let's press through the front thigh. Again, drop both feet down if it's too much. Keep squeezing, lengthen that leg as much as you can. 5, 4, keep powering out. Last 2, last 1. Inhale, bend the knee, exhale, drop down, lift those hips. and then roll it out. Pause at the bottom. Take a breath. If you need to hug your knees in, do so. Otherwise, lift those legs up to tabletop. So if you want to hug them in, just release a little bit here. It's quite nice to do. And then tabletop position, arms wide. We inhale, floating the legs back towards me, eye gaze away. Inhale through to center. Exhale over to the other side. So we did this a few minutes ago. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can. If you want to make it harder, you can extend your legs in the center and just work as a pendulum. Okay? So only do this if you're not lifting those shoulders off the ground, because that means you've lost your core stability. You feel you're probably a bit too tight across those shoulders, or if you feel there's any straining on that lower back. But you can go halfway and kind of do a half between an extended leg and that tabletop position as well. It's up to you. Keep breathing, keep moving through your breath. Go one more to the back. Then one more through center. Come over towards me and pause. Bend the knee to tabletop if you're not already there. Exhale, extend and bend. Extend and bend. Keep working it. 4, squeeze deep into your lower abs. Find that core working. 6, last 2, come on, lengthen. Last 1, extend those legs. And then inhale, bend the knees. And let the knees drop to the floor. Pause. Let the legs settle. Take your eye gaze across to that hand at the back. And take a breath in. Lift up through that rib cage. And exhale, sink everything down into the floor. You could slide this front hand onto the thigh and take an extra stretch here. Your choice. You don't have to. You just want to stay in your settled position. But wherever you are, just keep breathing through it. 3 more deep breaths. And then gently release the arm. Lift those legs back up into the center. Pause in the middle. Extend your legs up to the sky. Push through the soles of the feet. Let's go. Round 2 of working the legs down towards the floor, pointing the toe, lifting up, swapping to the other side. I've really gone close to that sofa, so these come back about a foot. Alternatively, you extend one leg, bend it in, extend the other leg, bend it in, okay? That's your alternative. I'm going to make it a little bit easier. Otherwise, keep focusing. Dorsal flexion down, pointed toe to lift up. The opposite leg needs to stay as beautifully as extended as possible. 4 more. Squeeze the ribcage down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders. Your whole entire abdomen should be on fire, feeling this. And you finish on that back leg again if you started on the right leg. And when you've done your last one, lift up into the center. Pause. And you're going to leave your left leg up in the air. Your right leg is going to drop to the ground. So I don't mind which direction you're facing. I'm going to drop my right leg to the floor. And I'm going to catch hold of my left thigh. So if your knee's bent, extend it up to the sky. Drop your head and shoulders down into the floor. And just lengthen out through that front leg. As I push this leg flat down into the ground. And as you breathe, bend through your elbows, driving that thigh towards you, and just push the knee into extension. You might prefer to hold a little bit higher, depends how tight you're feeling today. You might want to use a little strap if it's nearby. But we are going to work into an exercise from here. So if you are using a strap, you need to release it before we work into the exercise. So 2 more deep breaths. Straighten as much as you can. And then look up towards that leg, and I want you to climb up. So if you're here, climb up your leg and drive your leg in towards you. You pull and wriggle yourself up towards the thigh. So now I'm in a flexed upper spine position. I'm pushing this leg down into the ground. I'm extending this leg up, and then I'm going to hover this leg off the floor. So this one's now hovered. Keeping it beautifully extended. I'm going to release this leg and keep this leg extended. Arms reach forward. I'm going to pump through the arms. So I'm isolating my upper body. The work is coming from my shoulders, and the shoulder movement connects to my core. Then I'm squeezing deep into my lower abs to lengthen out the legs and stabilize my hips. Keep pumping, keep pumping. If it's too much, bend this knee, that's fine. Keep working it. If you need to drop that hovered knee, do so. 10 more pumps. Keep breathing, squeezing, lifting. And on that last one, grab the leg again. Drop the head and shoulders down. Once again, stretch into that hamstring. Make it deeper if you can. 3 breaths. And then gently just bend that knee, slide your hand around the front of the shin, and then drive the thigh down in towards your chest. And just find your hip flexor stretch. Maybe just take it out towards the shoulder. And slide that leg on the ground even further. And take 2 or 3 breaths here. And whilst you're holding onto this leg, bend this right leg. Left foot goes across the right knee, because remember, we're working now left to right. Settle yourself down. Bring your back hand to the side of the head. So my right hand is to the side of the head. And we're going to exhale, curl up, inhale, drop down. Exhale, inhale. So this arm floats, or you can just slide it across the floor. Or if you wish, you can bring it here and twist. It's up to you, whatever's most comfortable. So we're just doing a little oblique twist and dropping down, twist, dropping down. Let's add into it. So we just, as we twist, we lift the right knee up to tabletop, head and foot tap. Add into it some more, extend to a hover, curl in, extend to a hover, curl in. Yep, it's your choice, remember. Come back to tap, so that's enough for you. Or if you just want to keep your foot there, stay there. So 6 more wherever you are. Keep reaching. Twist, getting that shoulder towards the knee. Don't let those hips roll about, especially if you're doing your leg extensions out to a hover. Last 3. And hold that last one in. Lower the foot down. Drop your head. Drop your arms. And then allow that back knee to drop. So the sole of the foot pushes on the ground. You use that back hand just to open the knee. A nice little stretch in the hips. And then release the leg back into the center. Slide that heel closer in towards your bottom. And with arms are cussed, they're going to stay down by your side this time. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, open out there, but don't take your arms all the way overhead. And we're going to power up into a bridge. And then holding your bridge, I want you to lift the kneecap and slide the sole of the foot so it sits on top of the knee. So my toes are trying to curl over the front of the kneecap. And you're just going to try and keep the sole of the foot pressed down. So now this leg is an extra load on this leg. And we're just going to press up and down through that back leg. So the right buttock fires up. A little bit more challenge if you wish. Come onto those toes and you'll feel those calves really active. Again, it's optional. 8 more. Keep working it, keep squeezing it. And when you've done that last one, your toes, your heels up, drop it. And then open that knee, sliding the ankle back on. Take a breath in as we lift up from those hips. And exhale, roll it out. Hit the ground, let your spine settle, and then we're going to take it into that buttock stretch. So just lifting up, catching the thigh, lower the heel towards the bottom, and then lower your head and shoulders to the ground and drive that thigh in towards you. Open that knee, try and push the buttocks firmly down into the ground, and then pull that right thigh closer in as you open the left knee. And I'm just going to subtly move into that back buttock, and it enhances the stretch. Breathe. My hips and buttocks are particularly tight from all that pounding around on hard surfaces without the springy floors that you get in the studio. So they're really taking a battering at the moment. So I'm just very wary that stretching is so much more important. If you do outside running, you need to keep stretching. It's so important. So on your next breath, just release the foot and release the front foot. And just let your stuff settle. Maybe bring the soles of your foot together, let the knees fall apart, and just roll side to side through the hips to mobilize. So there's no stiffening up, we're loosening, we're continuing to that motion. Just feels nice just to rock through the hips. Feels very nice and fun. And then just bring yourself back into the middle, close your knees, soles of the feet on the ground. Settle there. So your arms can slide out wide again. We're lifting those knees in towards us. We're extending the legs to the sky. Dorsiflexing, so remember that soles of the feet pressing towards the sky. We inhale, lower the front leg. Point the toe, lift the leg up. And swap to the other side. So remember, you can do this bent knee, just extending one leg and bending back in. Extending one leg. If you're getting really tired, you can just do a little toe tap. Okay, if you want more of a challenge, you want to lower both legs. Point the toes, lift up. Maybe go halfway. If you go more than halfway, you're going to find your lower back's going to start popping off the ground. Even if you're strong in your core, it's actually harder to go halfway than fully down because your core needs to control it. So just choose what works for you. Always choose what works for you. 4 more. We're ending on that back leg again. And then once you've done your last one, everyone lift the legs up high to the sky, straighten out. Keeping your right leg in the sky this time. Lower your left leg all the way down to the ground. Extend through that knee and catch around the back of the thigh. And let your head and shoulders just drop to the ground, bend through the elbows and drive that leg into extension, just stretching out the hamstring. You might go a little bit higher up. Just wherever you go, try not to hunch through the shoulders and work that leg, straighten it out, breathe. So grab a strap for a few breaths if you want to. Remember to remove it so we can move on to the exercise. Take one more deep breath here. And then just begin to lift your head and shoulders off the floor and walk up this leg and extend even more. Drive the thigh towards you as you pull you towards the thigh. But again, those shoulders stay relaxed, it's all in the arm. Lengthen for a couple of breaths. Then hover that front leg off the floor, so the left legs come to a little hover. Extend through this right leg, arms reach forward, squeeze up into a crunch and pump the arms. So we're trying to achieve a squeezing, sucking the belly in, driving ourselves, folding our abs in half, but at the same time, extending through these legs. Now, if you need to bend this knee, do so. If you need to drop that front leg, do so. And just keep the pumping going through the upper abs, okay? Keep working it. Keep going deeper, deeper, deeper. Now try and get a little bit faster. 10 more. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Straighten this leg. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that leg. Slide your hand back around that leg. Roll it down. Head and shoulders to the floor. And let's go into that hamstring one more time. Breathe. Remember to press your left leg firmly down into the ground. And on your next breath, just bend the knee, slide your hands around the front of the shin, and let's drive that leg in towards your chest, maybe slightly open towards the armpit. And once again, I'm trying to ground this front leg as deep into the ground as I can go. I'm feeling that hip flexor. Two more breaths. And then we're going to bend this knee here. And then take the ankle across that knee, open that knee out. So we're going back into the bridge we worked on earlier. Slide the heel a little bit closer in towards you. And then arms stay down by your side, or T-shape if you wish. We're going to slowly inhale, tilt the pelvis. Exhale, power up through that hip. Once you reach the top, we roll the knee and then take the sole of the foot on top of that thigh, trying to curl the toes over. So now we're pressing deep into this thigh. We're going to inhale, lower, exhale, press. Remember that option to come up onto your toes if you want, a little bit more challenging those calves. And your movement is inhale, down, exhale. Down, up. 8 more. Keep working it. Last 3. Hold your last one up. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze into the butt. And then inhale, lower your heel lifts up. And then exhale, return the ankle over the knee. Take one more breath as you pause. And then breathe out to roll out. So we settle on the ground. We slide that left hand to the side of the head. And when you're ready, we curl up towards the knee and down. So start the oblique workout. So this arm can hover. I think I prefer it to hover, maybe gently sliding across the ground, or slide it to the side of the head and work it there. And then if you wish to make it a little bit harder, we start to lift to tabletop, tapping down, tabletop, tapping down. Work them together, pulling in, pushing away. And then if you want to make it even harder than that, you can lift up, extend, curl, extend, okay? We're going to do 8 more, so power it up wherever you are. Go back to taps if you need to. Last 4. Or stay with your foot, just keep reaching. Last 2. Last 1. Then pause, take a breath, and lower that foot to the ground. Arms rest slightly wide, and we just drop this, let the legs over towards me. Sole of the foot presses the ground. This front hand pushes the knee up towards the sky, and just localize stretch into the hip. A couple more breaths. Release the knee. Roll yourself back up into the middle. And once you're here, lift up through the thigh, catch, and lower your head, lower your shoulders to the ground. Now just take a little bit more weight over into the front buttock, opening that back knee, trying to push the buttocks firmly down into the ground, shoulders back, and then just drive that thigh in towards you. Breathe, go a little bit deeper. And then when you're ready, just release the foot, release that foot, settle your legs there. Take a breath. Lift the knees in. Hug the knees, lift your head up towards your knees and pull your thighs in. Bring your fingertips round to the side of the head, legs to tabletop. We stay in a crunch. And we're going to extend the front leg as we twist to the back leg. Inhale through to center. Exhale, swap to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale. center, exhale. Now you can just stay at this rhythm, so we're here for a minute. If this is feeling nice and controlled and it's strong enough for you. If you want to make it harder, you just twist, twist, but don't go into an out of control motion. Okay, this is about hip stability, pelvis stability, and this is about extending the opposite leg away. So if it feels too much, go back to your first one, pausing in the middle, extend, pause in the middle, got 20 seconds left. Lift the shoulders higher. Squeeze deeper into your lower belly. Last 10 seconds. If you're going fast, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees back down towards the chest. Do a little roll around. And then drop your feet, open the knees out wide, roll through those hips again. Find your center point. Slide your legs away, taking them wide, open your palms, take your toes fall out. And if you don't usually like to just sink here with your legs extended, if your back doesn't tend to like it, it should feel reasonably comfortable now because you've loosened everything up. And you've allowed that flow of motion. And I want you to end your session just taking 4 long deep breaths, lying in complete relaxation, let everything go. And when you've done your last breath, just want you to slide your feet back in. Slide your hands around the backs of your thighs and then roll yourself and come and find a comfortable seat. And once you're in a comfortable seat, and that might be your legs out or your legs crossed, just settle your spine, close your eyes and just take a few breaths, relaxing and just feeling the sensation through the body. Keep taking long deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then gently open your eyes, sit tall, open your palms, and then inhale, raise your arms all the way up. Bring your hands together, give yourselves a little bow. Why not give yourselves a little Monday clap? Thank you very much for tuning in to me, and I hope you enjoyed that more kind of stretchy side of Pilates today. Enjoy your week and see you soon. Thank you. Bye.